Okay, bye, Chris. All right, thanks, appreciate it. I'll just walk from here, no problem.
What's going on, guys? Chris Rudnick here, Virginity Rocks, and today, you know, it's gonna snow tomorrow. I did want to drive the Skyline, but the Skyline, it has like this, I already showed you guys, it has this like weird rev limiter, weird like fuel cut, weird breakup, and I feel like I kind of know what the issue is. I feel like it has something to do with like this module that kind of like modulates the fuel pump. Like when you start it up, it makes sure it's quiet, and then as you're driving, it gives it like more voltage or something. Can't really explain it too well. Roberto, Jack, they can probably explain it way better than me, but I really have a strong feeling that it's that, because when I cleaned the tank with vinegar a while ago, Roberto told me to connect like this certain ground. Maybe that ground came off, maybe something happened to that. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna look into this. This trunk leaks really bad. I need to figure this out. But it doesn't really feel like, oh, maybe right here. It doesn't feel wet anywhere on the sides, which is super weird, just like right in the middle. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take all of this off right here and check out what we need. I just took everything apart, and I kind of see what's wrong, and hopefully this fixes it. So when I took this out, this sock is heavy, it's full of junk, and it's really just bad. So hopefully I can go to the parts store right now. They'll have another sock. I'm gonna get another fuel filter just in case. And Roberto just showed me how to bypass that module I was talking about before. So here we have the ground wire to the fuel pump, and if you follow that, it gets to this lead right here, and then that lead is a black and red wire. So pretty much that wire, it goes to the module, and it gives voltage, gives the right amount of voltage to the fuel pump. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that wire in half, splice a different wire, and just connect it to the chassis and just bypass that module completely. Because honestly, they're not good. They fail a lot, and hopefully we're fixing 3 problems right now. We're fixing the sock, the fuel filter, and the module. So hopefully it will fix everything. So let's get to Advanced AutoZone. And we are live from Advanced AutoZone, home of junk parts. Let's go in. So we got some butt connectors, we got some of these, and I got some oil, and I got a nice oil filter for the Skyline. I think this is big enough. Might have to get bigger next time, but it's not bad. I guess I should have called a different store first. I got 2 socks that aren't for the Skyline, but they didn't have one for a 240 SX. So I just got these 2 random ones that kind of looked like it. Then I called AutoZone, which is right there, maybe 50 feet from me, and they have one. So I'm just gonna go inside. I'm gonna return these, but it's all right. I know everyone that works here. They'll just be like, "Oh, Chris, what the fuck?" But they won't be that mad. And these are 16 bucks a pop, 32 bucks. I just got sushi, which is gonna be 18 something, and it just paid for my dinner, so I gotta return them. Let's just go to every parts store around. Fuck it. Have to challenge some sushi real quick, get some energy. Now I'm ready to work on the car. At the shop, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this strainer in real quick so I can just tighten up the fuel pump and it can stop smelling in here. Alright, so I changed the sock. I grounded to the chassis instead of going to the module, and I just cut the blue and red wire right there, and this is just temporary. I just want to see if this works. To the hood, I did an oil change, changed the fuel filter, and it should. Honestly, I think personally this is gonna fix it. If not, it has to be something with the math. It has to be something, I have no idea, but hopefully I'm crossing my fingers this works, because 135 right now is going nowhere. The Forester needs a wheel bearing, and it's a pressing hub, and I didn't even know Tommy had a press over there, but I guess I could have done that a while ago, so I guess I'll do that soon. But right now, this is my only hope of getting home. So let's go. It's nerve-wracking. It's been snowing for like an hour and a half, and this is what's happened already. It's quite ridiculous. But here we go. Right off rip, we're actually, this is a good sign. The fuel pump is usually like ridiculously loud, like so loud to the point where like, is that a problem? But now it's Like, you can definitely hear it, but it's not for fucking ever. So we're gonna take this down the road. Maybe drift a little, who knows? I'm so nervous, this needs to run good so I can nitrous her. Wait, did I say that? Oh my god, this is... This is sick. I'm not even trying to do this. Wow, I just like blinked that whole turn. That was pretty wild. My god, this is bad. Oh my god, I'm just going sideways down the road. Holy shit. I can't even test it if it's bad or not. Oh my god, Tommy wasn't joking. The roads are terrible. How the fuck am I gonna get home in this? It started snowing like an hour ago. Camera's definitely not doing this shit justice. I need to be able to know if I can mat it or not, even though it doesn't really matter. This is insane. So, bad news is my camera died. Good news is I have my other Sony that I used to use. This is bad. I mean, good news is that the car is it's fixed. Whatever we did, it fixed it. I think it was the module, and we bypassed it by deleting that ground and just putting it to the chassis. I need to pull this out because it's all snowy, and obviously I'm not driving this home. I'm fucking nervous, man. I don't really want to drive the Skyline home. Like, yeah, drifting, it's sick, but like the roads are like actually so bad. How I tested the Skyline was I turned around to go back towards the shop. I just matted it as hard as I could. Spun first, spun second, spun third. Then I shifted into fourth, and I was literally going just down the road like this, just waiting for it to get over 5,000 RPM, so I know that it wasn't doing that like little rev limiter thing. So I guess it's fixed. She drove great, other than it was absolutely terrifying, and I'm fucked. I'm fucked. If you look out here, it's a shit show. And there's so much snow on the ground already. Really not too stoked on this. God damn it. The next clip, you're either gonna see me on the side of the road crashed or at Will's house. Next day, so it went from absolutely terrible roads to perfectly normal, just salted roads. But considering we made it through the night, we're gonna do a nice haul here. Oh, spinning them. You like that? No rev limiter right there? No rev limiter at 5K? That's what I'm talking about right there. Considering last night it snowed and today it was beautiful out, you know, this video's going pretty well. We fixed the Skyline for 1. I didn't crash it for 2 because it was pretty bad. I shouldn't have drove the Skyline, but I did. I drove it around. It was fun. I got a little drifty, and it wasn't bad at all. But I think it's time that the Skyline needs a little more power. I know we're going RB26, and don't worry, that's still happening. While we're talking about that, I got some turbo outlets that just came in straight from Japan. Shout out to Tommy. He actually found these for me, ordered them up, and I just ended up paying them back for them. But they're HPI. They're pretty much the biggest ones you can get, and they're super nice. If you can check out the welds right there, they look sick. But yeah, I got 2 of these. So now the only thing I need for the engine part of the build is turbos, Haltech wiring harness, and I think that's it. Yeah, but let me go grab the surprise. Oh. So we got my buddy here, right here. This is Morty. Morty weighs about 10 pounds, and every time you hit a button, it starts to weigh a little less and less, and sooner or later it just weighs nothing. But right now, Morty, she's got a full stomach, so she's ready to go. And I'm actually going to show you step by step on how to do this. It's actually really, really easy. The only thing that I had trouble with was actually like learning how to do like the relay and stuff. But I sat with Jack on FaceTime. He explained to me the whole thing, and I think I have a really good grasp on it now. So we're going to go over to the car. I already have it kind of set up, kind of ready for it. This is actually the Nitrous kit that came off of my Nitrous Civic Spanky that blew up in New York and then exploded my intake. So this should be fun. Hopefully she'll make it. I think we're going to start with a 115 shot, so let's get into it. Alright, so here obviously you have your nitrous tank, and then this is the line that goes actually into the car. And then if you come look at the car over here, perfect timing. I was just about to start making this video and he shows up. My camera's charging, and I actually like the contrast of this one better. But anyways, hold on, what's this? Don't start now. What are you doing? That's a tap. This is your gas solenoid. Pretty much what you're going to do with this right here. This is actually gas line to the Civic that I nitrous, or that me and HP Logic nitrous. You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Right. Hit the button.
Holy
shit!
What the
fuck, dude?
That's insane!
Oh my god!
That's
oh my god,
crazy.
dude! Holy shit!
How the hell?
So this one is gonna go into the feed. It's just gonna go right there. I'm gonna cut that line and just splice this in or connect it. So you get your gas from there, and if you go to this solenoid or solenoid? Solenoid. So you go over to this solenoid, and it has two red wires. One's positive, one's negative. And then you have this solenoid, which is your nitrous, that also has one positive, one negative. And then obviously two of them go to a ground, one from here, one from there, and then two of them go to a positive, one from there, and that leads into the relay, the green wire, which will probably be different on yours. But I just need to resplice these because they broke. So the thing that actually confused me about this whole relay thing is you need to find the two wires that actually make it click. So it's these wires, it's the red one and the white one. You just test them. You want to come closer so you can hear it? You can hear the relay click, and that means it's getting power, obviously. So one of these wires go to the positive, and one of these wires go to the button to actually hit the nitrous, and then this is just a positive.
Why'd you ground it?
Wait, no. Sorry, one
goes to power, one goes to ground, one goes to the switch?
No, one's a ground, one goes to the switch, and then from the
switch to the power.
Battery.
Right.
And then this is the power.
Huh?
Because one of these is a ground, one of these goes to the button, and then this
The power should run through the switch. The switch switches the power on.
Well, no, there's one that goes to the relay, to the button, to the power.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But there's three wires.
Well, there's three wires. This is the main power.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is the button, and
that's
is the ground.
the ground, yeah.
So now that we got this all figured out, I'm gonna kind of arrange all of this so it's not a clusterfuck, and then I'll show you when I'm done. All right, so right now I have the gas all hooked up. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill a hole into my intake because this squirter needs to be into the intake. Obviously, I'm gonna do it after this so the math doesn't mess anything up. Literally gonna drill it right here. Sorry, I'm not used to not having a wide angle, but here it is outside the car. It sits like this. This is the highest point right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead, put this drill bit through, run the nozzle. So we just drilled the hole right here, but before I actually put this on, I want to change the jet so I can have around 150 shot. So there's two jets when you get a wet kit, nitrous and fuel. I have them in my hand. One is a 38, and that is going to be fuel, and then the 58 is going to be nitrous, and that should equal out to around 100 to 115 wet shot. So pretty much that equates to over 100 horsepower. So this thing should be making, it made 106.7 stock. So it should be bringing over 200 pounds. You ready for that, dude? Or 200 pounds, 200 horsepower.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
But we're gonna go throw these on real quick and then get the intake back on. All right, so you guys said that you miss Haggard stuff. So I went ahead, before we actually do this car legit, before we actually make it an animal, we had to make it a ghetto animal first. This is the most half-assed, like, nitrous install ever, but it's not going to be in the car for long because obviously this motor is going to be pulled soon, right when I have all of my stuff ready for the RB26. But I'm going to play around with some nitrous and hopefully it doesn't blow, and hopefully by the time I pull this engine, it comes out alive. We'll see, but here it is. So we got the positive to the switch, or to the button right there. This is just the positive to the solenoid. This is the negative to the button. Gas line goes to the solenoid. The solenoid goes to this right here. That goes into the intake that sprays. That is the gas one. This is the nitrous one. And then obviously this nitrous line goes to here into the car. At first, we did drill it up here, and I mounted it and everything. And then we realized that it was going to hit the hood, so then I had to reroute it to there. So we just electrical taped this hole around. Thank God I'm not going to be using this engine for long. But as you can see, nothing's bolted down. Everything's just kind of dangling. I did zip tie it to wire tuck my wires. Came out pretty good, not too bad, not too shabby. And this is where the money shot is right here. Check it out. So, in the interior, we have the nitrous line running where the clutch line should be if this was a standard. We have the two wires that are just kind of fucking around right there. We got our button because I don't want to drill any holes in here because nitrous is a temporary thing. So we just got a button, and when I do want to make a nitrous drift video, when I do that, I'm literally going to extend that button and have someone sit there, and I'm just going to tell them when to push it, tell them when to let off. But, and now, for the money shot, we have the nitrous seat belted. She's ready to go. So, it's all hooked up. If you don't believe me, check this out. I don't like doing this because the nitrous Civic days, but that was straight into the intake. So, I guess we're about to push the button again. I'm pretty fucking nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but it's gonna be fucking wild. Let's go. What are we doing right now, Alex?
Well, since my heart's in my ass right now.
Your heart's in your ass. That's kind of a tough. That's a tough scenario.
I'm nervous for recording.
Oh,
I'm nervous for
you're nervous for this?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm nervous to start this. What if there's like,
oh my,
what if there's nitrous still built up and it just blows up?
Well, who's this guy?
Here we go.
Oh,
all right.
shit, my bad.
We're good.
I got the bottle. Surprise. Yeah, you gotta hold on to that.
Yeah, this seatbelt ain't doing it justice.
No?
No. We'll hold it like a baby.
Dude, I'm terrified. Like, I'm actually terrified right now.
Dude.
I'm like excited and really fucking nervous at the same time, you know?
Up, right?
I mean, no, that won't blow up.
We're good.
I mean, I think the RB20, personally, it can handle some fucking nitrous. What do you think, Alex?
I guess so. I mean, Tommy did say it was an iron block, so it should be good.
The fuck is with this beeping? Is my door open?
My car was an iron block and that thing blew up.
Oh yeah, that's your reverse.
Oh yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is?
That's your reverse. That's my fuel.
Let me just check if it's leaking. It does smell.
A lot?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Well, there's problem number one, guys.
All right, a little bit of technical difficulty, you know. If you're trying to be Haggard, not everything's gonna work right away. You know what I mean? You need to break her in.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's just.
You'll be empty by the end of the day.
No, she won't be empty, dude. She might actually.
Nah, she'll just fucking cut out on you.
That's annoying.
Well, the death life, dude.
The no power steering.
That too.
So
I'm excited, dude.
I'm like really excited and really nervous at the same time. I'm stoked that like the Skyline runs awesome now. There's no. Why does it feel like I have no brakes? Really
Oh man, you got a big guy up front.
just feels extra spongy today.
Seatbelt on.
Dude, if we push this right now, there is a chance that it would blow up.
Nah.
There's a chance that it would bend the rods
Yeah.
and it would be over. Should we test it?
Seatbelts don't work, dude?
You don't need a seatbelt with nitrous.
It's probably the stock GGS2.
Oh, dude, my heart's pounding, dude. I'm just trying to hit the button.
You're good.
There's a
Little warm her up real quick. Mat her down the road. See how she does. All right, ready? 3. Hold on. Let it shift. 3, 2, 1.